Hi friends, my name is Aqil Ahmed, and in this particular video tutorial I will show you what is the fastest method to load an XML file to SQL Server table. So in this particular video, first we will try to load the XML file using SQL query, and then we will try to load the XML file into the SQL Server table using SSIS package, and then we will also try to load the XML file into the SQL Server table using C# console app. So we will note down the time taken by each method, and then we will figure out like which method is the fastest method to load the XML file. So let's jump to the demo. So in my D files location, I got an XML file sellers.xml, and if I show you the data in this particular file, so this is the file which contains person's ID, first name, last name, email, gender, and the country data. So this file contains 1000 records. So we will be importing this particular XML file into a SQL Server table, and the table name is sellers. So I got a sellers table on the work database. So I will share the create table statement for the sellers table. I will share the XML file and insert query to load the data from XML file to the SQL Server table. And I will also share the code inside the C# console app so that you can use it in your environment as well. And I have created a video on like how to load an XML file into a SQL Server table using SSIS. So I will share the link in the description of the video so that you can just check like how we can load the XML file into a SQL Server table using SSIS. So the first method is how we can load the XML file into a SQL Server table using the SQL query method. So if you see, the sellers table is empty as of now. So this is the query which can be used to insert the data from an D files sellers.xml file into the sellers table. So let me execute this particular query and wait for its completion, and then we can note down the time. Because it might take some time to load the data using the SQL query, so I will pause the video for a minute and then we can continue on this one. Alright, so the process to import an XML file using the SQL query has been completed, and it took 2 minutes and 37 seconds. So I think it's very long time. 2 minutes and 37 seconds. So this is the first method, and we can verify the data that it has loaded the data correctly into the SQL Server table, and 1000 records have been loaded. So this is good. So I can just truncate the table, and now I can try the another method, which is the loading an XML file into a SQL Server table using SSIS package. So let me open the SSIS package here. So this is my SSIS package where I'm using the XML source, and then I'm just doing a data conversion here and inserting the data into the sellers table. Okay, so if you see, I'm just going to load the data from the D files sellers.xml file. If you are going to use the XML source, then for the XML file you need to generate the XSD file. So I will share the link in the description of the video, like how to use the XML source and how you can load an XML file into the SQL Server table. So let me execute the second method now. So let me execute the SSIS package and see how much time it will take. So it was very quick, and if you go to the progress and scroll down, so here you can note down the elapsed time. So it took 0.578 seconds. So it took around half second. Okay, hour, minutes, seconds, and milliseconds. 0.578 seconds. Alright, so this was the second method, and I can verify the data now. So you can see that the sellers table is currently populated. So this is good, it has loaded the 1000 records. So now let me just truncate the sellers table, and now let me just try to do the third method, load the XML file using the C# console app. Okay, so the sellers table is empty as of now, and let me open the C# console app. So this is my C# console app, and it will import the D files sellers.xml file into the sellers table. So let me start this method. So the process ran fine, and if I go to the view and output window, so you can see that time taken is this one, 0.752 seconds. Okay, so this took slightly more time as compared to the SSIS method. Seconds, yeah. So here you can clearly see that the SSIS is faster as compared to the C# console app, and it's way faster as compared to the SQL query method. So you can clearly see that it took around half second just to load the XML file using the SSIS package, and it took around 0.75 second to load the file using the C# console app. In this case it has only 1000 records, but suppose if there are maybe 1 million records or maybe 5 million or 10 million records, then the SSIS method will be a lot better and memory efficient as well, because if you are going to use the C# console app, then you might see some memory related issues. SSIS is specially designed for extraction purpose, extraction, transformation and load. So that's why it's memory efficient and it can load the data more quickly and efficiently. So I think this is the result, that the SSIS came on top, and on second number it's the C# console app, and on the third number we got the SQL query method. So I think that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching the video, and if you like the video then please click the like button. Do subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon and click on all so that you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much.